Okay, so this was, as you know, Handel's Impertinence is ABRSM Grade 2 2015 syllabus, list A1. Alright, I'm going to now just give you a few performance directions, ideas, suggestions that you can apply to your learning of this piece, right? So as you can see, I am using a different edition to your own, and I've just written there one of the dynamic indications which is in your ABRSM copy. These dynamic and tempo indications are editorial, and as such you don't have to follow them. They are good suggestions though, so if you are unsure, keep within those parameters, alright? The thing to understand in terms of the tempo is that this is in 2-2, in a 2-2 time signature. You're going to feel this faster than if it was obviously in 4-4. So if you were thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, this wouldn't really work here. So make sure you're feeling this in 2. Right? It's actually 1, 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2 seems like a good sort of tempo. Again, a little bit less, a little bit more, but important. Feel it in 2 so you can accent things in the right places, and so on. Okay. Now they call for mezzo forte to start with, which I think is all right. And then I can't remember exactly. I am not sure whether there is any indication here, but I am pretty sure they suggest that you go MP here. MP seems all right. You can do P, or you can just simply, you know, relatively to your dynamics, quieten down here, because there is a clear build up all the way to here, and then of course towards the end. So in order to have room, okay, to grow and for this to sound really exciting, you are going to need to quieten down, unless you've been playing quiet from the very beginning, which I don't think would work very successfully anyway, but it might. Okay, now, important thing, this is not a tune accompaniment piece, right? So we have two voices here working in a conversation. Of course, the right hand seems to take prominence, the top tune, but also the left hand has got really nice and important bits, okay? And it's got the role of the counter tune here, right? So when you have in the opening, then left hand answers, okay? So at this point, the right hand should do that, and that is when the left hand takes over and it should gain prominence. Yeah? And then again, right hand, right? And that sort of thing happening. Yeah, again, second half here. Yeah. So that's slightly, yeah, but you need the support of the left hand here as you almost crescendo towards the end. Or at any rate, keep the intensity throughout, okay? This piece is really energetic and it's got drive and rhythm, so whatever tempo you choose, right? It's got to have that going for it, okay? The second half, okay, the interplay between the voices works in much the same way. I would say the second half is more graceful, a little more gentle even. So consider the MP being here. Okay, just more of a gentle, playful nature. And again, as we know, okay? And it's hard to crescendo here whilst you keep that nice shape. But you don't really want to go. You don't want the opposite, okay? So careful with that. Here you do want that, okay? I'm not sure whether all this makes any sense anymore, but I think you understand the idea. And then definitely prepare the build up, as I said before, okay? And maintain the intensity all the way to the end, okay? Now we have two trills, and I know the ABRSM suggests to play them in a certain way. I'm not 100% sure of what exactly it was. I think maybe having that, or I think it's probably that. Yeah, I am playing here, by the way, so C, D, C, D, and they might suggest that you go towards the end, A, B flat, A. I mean, I like to play a trill, so a few more notes if you can manage them, be nice. So going back to this bit here. Maybe do 4 or however many you can fit. So this should be a little bit, you know, fast and graceful. You know, they are ornaments after all. So really feel free because again, ornaments, and particularly at this time, right? They were very. I mean, they had the rules, but obviously, you know, they were very free with them. I mean, they would have probably played ornaments all over the place, even if they are not written. It's just a practice of the time. So feel free to experiment with that as well. And the articulation, this is something, it's a tricky area because you have not much in terms of, you know, where to play legato, where to play staccato. And as this wasn't, you know, conceived for the piano as exactly as we know it, you know, there is a slight different approach to that as well. I like to play the opening, so the D goes into the G legato, and then the next 3 are staccato, the next 2 rather. I'll probably join into the G, or you can play them. Right, if you do that on the left hand, it would be good to imitate that. It is quite important though that whatever you do, even if you decide to play everything pretty legato, alright, that's one phrase, that's another, and that's another. So you must breathe in between those with your hands, okay? And obviously if you take a proper breath, that helps too. You have to imagine you are singing this. Okay, so you don't want to go legato between one and the other. It just doesn't work. You need the little break. I mean, not massive one, but just that sort of thing. Okay, little break there. And I think that pretty much covers roughly, you know, the what I wanted to say, you know, about, well, dynamics and sense of direction and phrasing. There is one tricky place in terms of the fingering around here, because if you do 5, 4, you can see that fine, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and if you keep playing on 3 on the B flat, you're going to be 1 finger short, okay? So one idea is to change to 2 on the B flat. Yeah, and then you can nicely go all the way down, 2, 3, 4, 5, down to the F, okay? And yeah, I am just going to finish this video. I am going to play twice more. You don't need to see my hands this time, maybe just the music, if I get a nice angle there. And just to illustrate how this piece can work at different tempi and with different dynamics, I'm just going to play twice, okay? And hopefully give you some ideas. But ultimately, you know, just remember that it's your own version that you want to do. You don't want to copy what other people are doing. You want to get inspiration from it. Anyway, these 2 versions are following in the next video within this playlist. And thank you for watching.